So after the disappointment of Stockport Town's poor playoff performance, I've decided to start a new save, something a little bit more psychotic. Let's have a look. What am I doing? Who am I with? And what's going to happen? Let's have a look. So as you would have seen in the background, I've chosen to start managing as Gibraltar Football League, soon to be champions hopefully, club in Manchester 62 FC. And there's a good reason for this. As a Manchester United fan myself, I found myself intrigued about this club's background and history, basically set up by a load of United fans back in the 60s. Even had to ask Sir Matt Busby for permission to use their name as well, which is fantastic, right? So, what I've decided to do is not only try and take this team to glory, but I'm also trying to build the nation of Gibraltar into one of Europeans' powerhouses via the European coefficiencies. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead Manchester 62 to as much glory as possible, whilst also trying to assist and help and boost all the other clubs in Gibraltar, so that more and more of us can qualify for European competitions, take on some European glory, might even, push United for some European glory in future. Slight caveat, as long as they're not as crap as in game as they are in real life right now. And on top of all of that, the idea is to build this club into a powerhouse while supporting everybody else to get Gibraltar to be the biggest nation in Europe. So how I'm starting that is I'm starting as this club. I've played quite a few games already because like I said, a build a nation save. You don't want to see every game being played throughout every season, because it could be 20, 30 seasons till we get to the point where we're really doubling down on this. But essentially, this club itself, I've given us a bit of a boost as a head start. When we first joined the club, we had a £2,500 wage budget. So I've decided, let's give ourselves a helping hand. I've doubled that to 5,000. What I've also done is, considering that we're going to be relying upon youth players, our own facilities, and, the club infrastructure itself to try and propel us forward, rather than having to really double down and grind for 12, 15 years to get to the point of that being sustainable, I've given us a little boost and I've made all of our youth facilities best in class. Nothing else, just youth facilities, so that when we start bringing youth players in, we can develop them quite well and hopefully get them in the first team and get some of the fringe players out across the league. And lastly, what I've also done is I've made Man United as one of our affiliate clubs. It makes sense, right? A team named after the very club itself. So why not make them an affiliate of ours so we can start to loan some of their young players and get us underway. So that's where we are so far. That's the setup of the save. It's going to be a build a nation. We're going to take Manchester 62 to some glory. Follow along on Twitch. You'll see the description in the bio. Follow along on TikTok as well for some clips that I'll post out as well. And I'll start to document as often as possible progress of the save on this channel as well. So next up, I'm going to show you a video of what we've done so far in the season. You can see we're sitting pretty in first. Are we pretty in first? Check the next video out and I'll show you all about what we've done so far, who we've signed, and what the future might look like for next season.